Hello! This video discusses how to do the final paper in Philosophy 103. First, go to Week 5 final paper to see the instructions. I want to talk a little bit about the purpose of this paper. This paper allows you to demonstrate some of the main skills you've learned in this course. These include creating arguments, not just any arguments, but good arguments. Ones that have premises that are well supported and whose premises logically lead to the truth of the conclusion. Also, it allows you to demonstrate fair-mindedness and objectivity by presenting the best arguments on both sides of questions. And then allows you to demonstrate more objectivity and fair-mindedness when you evaluate those arguments and decide which argument supports its conclusion more strongly and why. Let's go through the steps of the paper. First, you'll see that there's an introduction section. Get your readers interested in your topic, tell them why it's important and what it's about, and then you're going to present the arguments. The first argument will be, as it says, the best argument on that side of the issue. Now, this should be your own argument. In previous papers, you get to present other people's arguments for positions. In this paper, you're presenting your own argument. Now, your own argument will be based upon the research you've done, so you can use some of that research and reasoning that you found in previous papers, but ultimately, this argument will be your own that you created, that you feel like represents the best argument that exists on that side of the issue. Then you get to defend and support that argument. That'll include using scholarly sources to demonstrate the truth of your premises, to clarify any premises that could use clarification, as well as discussing how strongly the premises support the truth of the conclusion. You get to do that on both sides, so once you've done the first argument, you do the exact same thing on the opposite side of the question, demonstrating objectivity and fair-mindedness. It's not until the analysis section of your final paper in this class that you get to sort of quote-unquote take sides. And that will take the form of evaluating the arguments. Which one is stronger? This is a great opportunity for you to be nitpicky and sort of say, are there any gaps here? Are there any fallacies or biases that affect these arguments? Are there any ways these arguments could be strengthened, or are they weakened, or will further evidence reveal more about which side is more supported? So when you do that, you'll finally get to say, look, I think based upon careful evaluation of both sides, it looks like the argument on this side is a little bit stronger. So you'll reach a tentative conclusion at that point only based upon a careful, objective look at the reasoning. And then you'll provide a conclusion that summarizes what you've done. Let's talk about the specifications. As you'll see, it's 1,200 to 1,600 words. That's about 5 to 7 pages. That 5 to 7 pages does not include the title page and the reference section. So in addition to the title page and reference section, you have 5 to 7 pages. Of course, it's double-spaced, APA formatted throughout. You'll see that it requires 3 scholarly sources. There should be a scholarly source in the support of the first argument, another scholarly source in the support of the second argument, and you can work in that third scholarly source either in supporting one of those or in your analysis section. There are a lot of ways you can work in scholarly sources here. Let's take a look at the sample paper. You'll see that if you click right here, there's a sample paper. It will begin to download. Let's let that open up. And you'll see there's one about whether medical marijuana is safe. We got our title page. And as you scroll down, there's an intro, and you'll see an argument clearly presented on each side of the issue with premises clearly listed and supported with scholarly evidence. And more scholarly support is given in the defense of each argument. So that sample paper can help you out a lot. Of course, you can also talk to your instructor with any questions you have about how best to do this paper. And don't forget about the additional research helps and writing helps we have here. We have tutoring as well as the Ashford Writing Center that can help you with your writing and organization, etc. I hope you enjoy the paper. I hope you find it interesting, your topic is interesting, and you also maybe enjoy the process of creating strong arguments and fairly evaluating them. And then that helps to inculcate the virtue of, rather than just expressing our opinions about issues, instead we objectively look at best evidence on each side of questions before we arrive at conclusions. I hope you enjoy the class, and thank you for listening.